When you say Tom Ford Bitter Peach, they know right there what kind of girl you are. That's gonna tell the girls what kind of girl you are. They're like, oh, she smells good. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I hope you like me enough to stay. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my most complimented fragrances of 2022, and some even lingered on to 2023. So if you want to know how I smell good and how you can smell good, then keep on watching. So you saw we're doing a fragrance video. I've been waiting to do a video like this for so long, but I had to make sure my collection had the best of the best. And I feel like I'm finally at a place where I got a nice collection of perfumes here, okay? And so I'm gonna share my most complimented ones and the ones that are never gonna leave my collection, and some new ones too. And of course, we got our Starbucks, because I didn't have time to moment of appreciation. If you guys are interested in what I'm drinking, this is the drink. Okay, so I'm not doing this in any particular order. I'm just gonna jump right in. So the first fragrance that I want to talk about is one that I'm sure you all have heard about. If you don't have it, you want it. I mean, it's that girl. So this is Baccarat Rouge 540, and this is by Mason Francis, this guy. This perfume just is the epitome of a good smelling woman, in my opinion. It is a unisex perfume. However, I don't know many men that would wear it because it seems highly feminine to me. But yeah, I've heard people say that it is supposed to be a unisex perfume. And let me grab my phone so I can read the notes for you. Hold on. So I'm gonna read the notes on my phone for Baccarat. So the top notes are saffron, jasmine. Middle notes are amberwood and ambergris. And I really smell the saffron in this. I think that is what sets this perfume apart from so many, even the ones that try to mimic it with the you know, it's a dupe or a replication, whatever you want to call it. But nothing comes close, because saffron, if you've ever bought saffron in the grocery store, you know it's highly expensive, but it's very fragrant. So I think that is why this perfume is so expensive and why it smells so good. Anytime I wear this, I get immense compliments on it, and I try to use it sparingly because it is a little pricey. But when I tell you, this is one that I never regret purchasing. It'll always be in my collection because it is the epitome of a beautiful smelling woman. It's that good. I'm not kidding. So I'm gonna pull up the notes of my next perfume before I pull it out. Okay, so the next perfume that I want to talk about with you guys is Tom Ford Bitter Peach. This perfume had me in a chokehold all of 2021 summer and a little bit of 2022 in the summer. It is just an amazing scent overall, especially for the summer. That warm, fuzzy peach, but it's a very expensive peach. It's not like a generic peachy scent. I'm gonna go ahead and read the notes for you guys. The top notes are peach, blood orange, cardamom, rum, cognac. Base notes are patchouli leaf, sandalwood, and vanilla. So that kind of gives you an idea of it's not just your average peachy scent. It is one that you are going to get complimented on the moment someone smells you. I've had people stop me on the street and say, "What are you wearing?" And I'm just like, Tom Ford Bitter Peach. And even when you say Tom Ford Bitter Peach, they know right there what kind of girl you are. That's gonna tell the girls what kind of girl you are. They're like, oh, she smells good. She has taste. She has class. Yep. So this is another one that will always remain in my collection. I also have it in the smaller bottle. I like to keep that one in my travel bag for vacation because, again, it is the epitome of just, it smells like you're on a beach on vacation. So I took it to Hawaii with me and I was complimented there. I'm gonna take it to our next vacation. And yeah, it's, because I'm not taking my big bottles, but yeah, it is amazing. So the next perfume that I want to share with you guys is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, and this one is Ruby Orchid. This one came out in the spring of, I think it came out in the spring of 2022. I was gifted this one, and when I tell you, I smelled a sales lady in the store wearing this, and baby, I needed it. I had the original one at first, but I hadn't used it. It was a gift. And so I kind of was like, you know, I smelled the newest drop on that and it was more my speed. And so I went in and I exchanged it and got this one. So the notes in this fragrance are powdery floral, fruity green. Top notes are peach, vine. Middle notes are orchid base. Base note is vanilla bean. So that's interesting that there's pine in this. I would have never known that. But that peach doesn't surprise me. I'm a gourmand, peachy, musky kind of girl. So I love fragrances that have those notes in them because they just pair well with my body chemistry. But I also think that those are notes that pair well with most women's body chemistries. So if you haven't smelled this already, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, go and give it a sniff. And again, this is one that, I mean, I just love it. I get highly complimented whenever I wear this. Let me pull up that note and take a coffee break. Hold on. Okay, so this next perfume is one of my newest babies. But nonetheless, it was going to be in this video because I've been wanting it for a while now. This is Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. And when I tell you, this perfume right now is in my top 3 favorites, and I just got this for Christmas. But that's how good it is. I just got this for Christmas and it's already in my top 3, okay? It smells so good. But before I get into that, let me read the base notes and the top notes and all that good stuff. So this one is a floral, a warm floral. It has tuberose, jasmine, tonka bean. That tonka bean is something that is going to be in a lot of my favorite scents because, like I said, it's one that mixes really well with a lot of body chemistries. But this one just smells like you got your shit together. Like when people smell you with this perfume, they're curious about you. This perfume is one that makes people think you're very mysterious. I can't explain it, but let me read to you what Kilian says about it. It says, the description: black and white, good girl, bad girl. Good girl is a sensual fragrance born of the beautiful contradictions and the ever-present duality of modern women and modern life. So it's kind of contradictory, right? Because it smells like it wants to be musky, then it catches you off guard with a little bit of fruity with the florals and then the vanilla, and it smells like warm, inviting. It smells like you need it. I'm just gonna keep it real. It smells like you need it. So go get it. This next fragrance is one that I got before I purchased my Baccarat because people said it smelled like Baccarat. I am talking about Burberry Her. Now, I'm on the fence of whether this smells like Baccarat or not because to me, nothing smells like Baccarat. Can I see where people were going when they say it smells similar? It does, but that's just because it may have some of the same notes. So let's read some of the notes. The top notes are pear, strawberry, black currant, pink pepper. The middle notes peony, honeysuckle, lily of the valley, and rose. And the base is musk and cedar. So to me, it smells like a strawberry spritzer. It's a very beautiful, feminine, soft, yet understated, non-overwhelming scent. So I think this is a great scent for the springtime. I wouldn't wear this during the winter, even though I did purchase it in the winter. But it's good. It's really a good scent. Like, it's one that you need in your collection because there are days when you just want to smell like pretty, like a beautiful woman, right? Like if you're going into your office job, or if you have a lunch date, or if you're going shopping. Days like that, that's when you need a Burberry Her in your collection, because it's just gonna give you just the right amount of attention you want. And it's just a very pretty scent. And yeah, I highly recommend this one, so give it a try. The next perfume I'm going to tell you about is this Gucci Flora, and this has been one of my favorite perfumes for quite a while. So I think back in the day I was watching one of the vlogs by some YouTubers here, the Glam Twins. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, but they were at a meet and greet and people were complimenting them on how good they smelled, and they answered the question. Somebody asked, what are you guys wearing? You smell so good. And they said Gucci Flora. Now, if you know anything about Gucci Flora, they change the scent slightly with every time they redrop it. So I could not find the one that they were wearing at that time. I think I found it and I gifted it to somebody because they really liked it, and I was like, oh, I'll just buy another one. Wrong, I wasn't able to do that. So when I smelled this one, I was just like obsessed. It is such a sweet, feminine must-have in your collection. Let me read the notes for you. So the top notes are peony, citruses, mandarin orange. Middle notes are osmanthus, rose. Base notes are sandalwood, pink pepper, and patchouli. So again, you kind of see that all the fragrances that I'm mentioning have similar notes, you know? But this is one that it's not something you should sleep on. It smells amazing. It just smells like, you know what it reminds me of? It's very nostalgic. For some reason, this reminds me of like high school, or like right after high school when you're becoming that woman that you wanted to be in high school, but you didn't have the courage to be. I know that sounds fucking weird, but I'm not kidding. That's really how this smells. Like, you found this fragrance and you're like, yeah, if I was wearing this last year or 2 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to tell me nothing in high school. That's what this reminds me of. So just go and grab it and add it to your collection for those days when you just need a little confidence. So that's why I keep this, because some days you're not feeling your best, you put this on, you're gonna smell like that girl. Okay, now we're gonna talk about a perfume that is less expensive, more affordable, and it's one that is very nostalgic for me personally, and I'm probably always gonna have it in my collection. I don't run out of it that often. This is probably my second or third bottle of it, but it's just one that I'm gonna always have and keep dear to my heart. That is MAC Candy Yum Yum. So let me read the notes for this one. I'm not gonna distinguish between top, middle. I'm just gonna read all the notes. So the notes are guava, cherry blossom, iris flower, cotton candy, and vanilla. That sums up what I would describe as perfume, no lie. It is a very girly, just very reminiscent of Pink. If you've ever smelled Pink by Victoria's Secret, but an elevated version of that. And it just smells so cute and so good and so feminine. And just whenever I wear this, you know, I get compliments on it. And it's nostalgic for me because my husband now, when we were dating, he got this for me like during like a Sweetest Day or something. And he's like, I didn't know it was Sweetest Day. Let me grab you something. What do you want? And I'm like, oh, I want to smell that new Candy Yum Yum. And he grabbed it for me and I fell in love. So it just became one of those things that anytime I wore it, I would wear it like on Sweetest Day or you know, if we were going like on a date night or some of our non-milestone anniversaries, or you know, things like that. So it's something that means a lot to me, but it's also something that it will grab attention, but in a subtle way. You know, it's more of a, I don't want to say for like a younger base, but it's just one that will make you feel very nostalgic. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the other end of the spectrum and talk about one that's not affordable, but it is definitely one that is a must-have in your collection if you are someone who loves to smell like a rich bitch. So I'm talking about Bond number 9 Tribeca. Like, the bottle itself is so stunning. Like, despite how much this costs, look at the bottle. Just having this in your collection is gonna, when you walk by it, is gonna make you feel glamorous and beautiful. But let me go ahead and read the notes for this. The notes are cacao absolute, green hazelnut, jasmine, sambac absolute, cedarwood, ambroxan, moss, and caramel. Wow. I mean, hey, I'm not a scientist, so I can't judge the notes by the names, but whatever they did right on this perfume. This perfume is just top tier. It is next level, and it is a game changer for your collection, and I promise you, you will get complimented on this. I had a little sample from when I was in Hawaii, and I was trying to decide what kind of Bond number 9 girl I was, and I had a few samples, and this one, that sample was gone in less than a week. It was gone, okay? And I was just in love with it. And I got this for Christmas this year, so I shed a tear when I opened this. That's because I didn't think I was gonna get it this year. I had put it on like the back burner for possibly getting it for my birthday or maybe one of my milestone gifts for myself. But I unexpectedly got it for Christmas, and I shed a tear because I was just like, this perfume is so expensive, but it's just a must-have, and it was something I wanted so bad. And when I tell you, I use this sparingly. I only use it for special occasions or when I really, really want to feel, you know, like $1,000,000, you know? And people compliment me anytime I make that decision, okay? All right, guys, we're almost done. We only have two more fragrances to talk about. So let me pull up the notes and then we'll get into the last two. We are gonna go ahead and move on to this perfume. It's by Clean Reserve. It is their skin scent. Oh my gosh, this one, baby. I have been seeing all the girlies talk about this on YouTube, right? But I had never smelled it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I bought Baccarat blindly because it was just too hyped up, and I'm typically not one to fall for the hype, but when it comes to perfumes, there are a few people that I trust their scent recommendations, and once I heard them say, hey, this scent is a must-have, you gotta get it, it's worth the hype, I had to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm trying to pull up the notes on this perfume while we talk, but anyway, so I wanted to wait for this to smell this one in person. And it's funny because when I was on vacation in Hawaii, my friend, she had it, and I was just like, no way, now I get to smell it, because it wasn't in any of the Sephoras near me when I lived in Wisconsin. But once I smelled it on her, and I had made my mind up, as soon as I got back to Houston, I went to Sephora and I picked up the big bottle. So the notes on this one are Madagascar vanilla, musk. Those are not the notes. Oh, okay. The notes are bergamot, orange blossom, honeysuckle, warm skin accord, vanilla orchid, sun-kissed peony, salted praline, fresh musk, and white cedarwood. And yeah, it literally smells like a beautiful woman that just took a shower, but she smells musky and fresh and soft and warm. Like, oh, it's an everyday scent. It's one that you could wear every single day and never get tired of it. And I was in a friend of mine's car, And the moment I got in, she was like, girl, what are you wearing? And I told her, and then she was like, oh, you smell good. I'm like, thanks. So 2 days later, she texted me. She was like, I'm getting in my car from the other night when I dropped you off, and girl, I can still smell your perfume. And I'm like, this is that girl. Whenever somebody tells you they can still smell you days after you're gone, you need it. No questions about it. You need it. The last perfume that I'm gonna share with you guys is Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. So I like Kilian perfumes, obviously. This one I got for Christmas last year. And so, you know, I have a little theme where I get a perfume every Christmas, and I'm not mad at it. Let me read the notes before we get into how this perfume has me feeling. The notes are neroli and bergamot, orange blossom, Bulgarian rose. Sorry, Brody's home from school today. He wasn't feeling well. Marshmallow, vanilla musk, and pomegranate. Everybody goes crazy over the marshmallow in this. It's very subtle. To me, what stands out is the orange blossom. And yeah, the orange blossom is very heavy in this, so it is overly sweet. And if you don't know, this is the perfume that Rihanna wears. She's obsessed with the Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. And once people got word of that, it became super duper popular. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll wait. He just being rude now. I'm not gonna lie. People were kind of going crazy over it because Rihanna is complimented for how good she smells. That's like something that is well known in the industry, that Rihanna smells amazing. So it was leaked by one of her friends on the red carpet because people were always asking her, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? So one day, one of her, I think it was her stylist or somebody that was with her, said she likes Kilian, that's what she's wearing. And Rihanna gave him a look like, why you put my business out there? From that moment forward, this became a very popular perfume. So I got it because I wanted to smell like Rihanna. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I fell into the hype because I wanted to smell like Rihanna. That's why I got it. But I kept going back to it because I liked how it made me feel. It just smells very unique. That's the only way I can really classify this. I do get tons of compliments on it when I wear it. I don't wear it that often because I have a magnitude of perfumes in my collection, but it's still one of my favorites. And anytime I wear it, I remember why I love it. And I'm not ashamed that I bought it for the hype because I keep spraying it and going back to it because you don't need a ton of it. You can see how much I've used. You don't need a ton of this. A little goes a long way. But it is overly sweet, but it's also very magnetic. So people are attracted to this scent for a reason. It has some very unique notes in it, and there's nothing that I've ever smelled that smells like this perfume. And that's why it is very popular, because it's very unique. People are attracted to things that are different. And, you know, if you want to smell unique, different, and get questioned about your perfumes, pick this up. Okay guys, so those are all of my top rated perfumes that I get the most compliments on. Like I said, I have more perfumes in my collection, and that doesn't mean that I don't love them all, but these are my top complimented, most favorite, most special, dear to me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I hope by the end of this video you checked out at least one or two and added them to your collection. And you know, let me know down below which one is your favorite or which one you want to smell or, you know, buy. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Bye guys.